If I just bought a Ferrari, am I gonna put just regular old gas in there? Heck no. I'm gonna put the best gas that money can buy in that car so the engine doesn't break down. Your body's the same way. It's a high performance machine. We're gonna put the best fuel in the tank. All right, so let's look at what components build a high performance meal. Now, this isn't necessarily a plate that's going to be designed for a weight loss or a weight gain athlete. This is just looking at the basic foundation of what a high performance meal is. I'll cover the weight loss and weight gain in a different video. But as you can see from the meal plate that I have here, we have 3 different components that we're always going to include as part of our high performance meal. So we're always going to have a protein. We're always going to have some kind of a starch. That's going to be like your pastas, rice, oatmeal, things like that. And then we're always going to have either a fruit or a veggie. It can be both, it can be either or, depending on what you like, but we always want to have some kind of colorful food on our plate to kind of balance out that meal and give us some high performance vitamins and minerals. Now, in addition to these 3 components, I could have, some dairy over here in the form of milk. And I might also have some fats to go along with my plate, which would be something like butter, olive oil, maybe avocado, a nut butter, things like that. But the key point is we always want to have these 3 things. Always a protein, fruit and veggie, and then a starch. And then depending on what my goals are, I might have, higher or lower fats depending on my weight needs, and then some dairy. All right, so now let's take a look at how that translates into real food. So we're going to start with breakfast. So you can see I have my protein here, I got some eggs. I'm going to make a egg and cheese sandwich. So I got starch, I got my bagel here. For fruits and veggies, I'm going to pair that with a big bowl of fruit, and then I'm going to scramble up some veggies into my eggs, maybe some spinach, onions, peppers to get some extra veggies there. Then I got my fats, which are going to be the cheese, that also counts as a little bit of dairy, and then bacon, which is also a fat. So now, if I were to eliminate this, say I was just gonna have the bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and not have my fruit or not put any veggies in there, this no longer becomes a high performance meal because I don't have that fruit and veggie, that colorful component. Same thing as if I didn't have the bagel, say I just had eggs, bacon, and threw some cheese on top. Now I'm missing 2 components. So you can kind of see how I need to have all these different components in order to make a high performance meal. Otherwise, I start eliminating food groups and I'm eliminating nutrients that my body needs. All right, so let's take a look at a high performance meal for dinner now. So for dinner, I'm gonna have steak and mashed potatoes with some broccoli. So I got steak as my protein, I got my mashed potato for the starch. Broccoli's gonna be my veg, and then butter and milk for my fat and dairy. So right there we have a high performance meal. We have the 3 main components, and then the 2 additional components as well. So that's really good. Now let's say, I've heard from someone that carbs are bad and I shouldn't eat carbs. Well, one, as an athlete, you need carbs. Carbs are the fuel that, give the engine gas. So we need those. But let's say for this example, I'm not gonna eat mashed potatoes because they're a starch and they're bad for me. They're gonna make me gain weight. So you eliminate the mashed potatoes, the butter, and the milk. So now I'm just eating steak and broccoli for dinner. Well, this no longer is a high performance meal because I only have 2 components out of the 3 plus the additional 2 that I need. So this is not a high performance meal. So you're better off just having the potato, get the fuel that your body needs, and maybe eliminate some of the other junk foods that you're eating if you're worried about weight gain. All right, so to recap, we want to be putting high performance fuel in the tank. So to build a high performance meal, we need protein, we need a fruit or vegetable, and we need some starch component. Those are the 3 main components that we need all the time. And then the additional ones would be some fats and maybe some dairy depending on your needs. So we want to get those 3 all the time. So this week, really challenge you guys to build those high performance meals. Let's see those meals with all 3 components, and you're gonna notice a difference in how your body feels throughout the week. All right, go Buffs.